Three, two, one, rolling. What's up? Hey guys, welcome to Video Marketing Podcast. I'm Jared Age, the host. Today I have my good friend Landen Michael, who is the founder of Entourage. He's here with me today to talk about all things video marketing. Welcome, Landen. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You know what? First off, I see videos of you doing all types of crazy stuff, and I think a couple weeks ago you sent me a link to a video and you were riding on top of a Rolls Royce Ghost in Houston, Texas, like fucking rodeo style. That was crazy. Why do you do those things? What's up with that?
Yeah, man. Honestly, it's all about, I do that to build my brand, but not just that. I just like doing crazy shit, if we're being honest. I've been doing crazy stuff ever since I was little. But now I just do it at a different level. Before I was doing crazy stuff, before I had, success in my business and everything, I was doing just kind of smaller stuff. In high school, everyone knew me because I always did crazy stuff. But like I said, now I do it at a different level. So it's all about building my brand when I do these things. I was just in LA Cinco de Mayo weekend, and I had a Hellcat out there, and I was tearing up Bunker Hill and doing all kinds of crazy stuff too there.
Okay.
To me, I don't think that you should change who you are personally as you develop and grow. So, I would never change the fact that I like doing crazy things no matter, what level I got to. That's just who I am. That's what I like to do.
They say crazy people do crazy things. So,
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. A lot of people do call me crazy, but then I say, hey, you're the crazy one for not doing something, outside of the box. You're not doing something different.
Or that's true to you. You're crazy for not being yourself. You know?
Exactly. A lot of people have this whole perception that they build in their mind of when it comes to being professional or a business professional, that you have to act a certain way or be a certain way. And I don't really think that's true.
Especially these days.
Yeah, especially these days. Everything is so, how can I say it? It's becoming more accepting to be who you are. I think you should always be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's why people are going to love you, So I'm going to always, like I said, no matter what level I get to, I'm always just going to do what I love to do, and I'm always going to act how I act.
Sure.
But I'm, of course, going to put my own twist onto it and, be at a certain level, in life. So
I got a founding question for you for the Video Marketing Podcast. Okay, do you think video is the number one tool every business owner and professional should start using or learning how to use from this moment forward?
Definitely. I do believe it's a tool that all business owners should use. I think that it's something that that's more accessible to someone who's at an average level right now. You can start something off and have video at the palm of your hands, You can have an iPhone and do crazy stuff with video and be able to build who you are and build that perception of yourself and really put out there who you are. So it's very important. Yes, it is.
On the production side, I follow these guys on Facebook, and he was talking about he sold a video. He's a video maker. He sold a video for $7,500, and he shot the video on his iPhone.
On an iPhone?
Yeah. Talk about the power of iPhone, right? But, it's... So as a digital marketer and a video marketer myself, man, I'm always focused on the power of video. And it's not necessarily about the quality, right? Because we all have technology now, especially if you got an iPhone 10, you can go shoot 4K video and it can look cool, especially if you're using it on social platforms.
You can shoot dope stuff on iPhone 10.
Totally. So again, I think the overall mission for me and the video podcast, the Video Marketing Podcast, is talking about the success stories that people are experiencing. Because even when I YouTube or Google, who is using video and who's winning with video marketing, it's like no one's making content about that, but everyone's telling you how to do video marketing. And I think there's a big divide right now in the whole world between people who know why video is important and those who just hear why video is important. And they learn how to make some videos themselves. They put a couple videos on YouTube. They get 40, 50 views. And they're like, this is terrible. This doesn't work. But then there's other people that know that there's also the long game. And it's depends on what type of videos you're making and what direction you're going into. But again, I'm just super focused on the power of video. It doesn't matter if you use an iPhone or a GH5 or a Red Dragon. As long as you're able to, communicate your story, and tell who you are and connect with a digital audience, that's where all the power lies. And I think we complicate things
Yeah, no, we definitely do complicate things. So going back to what you said about people talking about video not really having or where they put it out there and it doesn't get them the results that they want to get, that's because I think video shouldn't. A lot of people use video the wrong way. They think, oh, I should go do something and just get it on camera, you know?
And then I'll be famous.
And then I'll be famous. No, that's not the case. The thing is, it's not about the videos. It's about how you create a sales process with the videos to get your results.
Man.
You got to really map things out and see, you know, okay, what can I do in this video that's going to lead people down an indirect funnel or sales process, if you will, to get them to the next step of wanting to, interact with me or buy from me or whatever the objection is. You know, how am I going to get them to that next step with video?
Sure.
That's really what it is about video, and that's why people get it wrong a lot of times, because they're trying to be like, I'm just going to throw something up there and see what happens. That's not what you got to do. You got to go at it very, how can I say strategically and tactically, and a lot of people don't do that.
I totally agree. You know, I know that I've been a video maker for 15 plus years, but when I really came to the point of focusing on creating ads, that's when the science of video marketing really took a forefront for me personally, because then it's all about connecting message to audience, and if you can connect those two, you'll be able to sell or do anything you want, right? Because it's at the right time, at the right place, with the right people. So I know that you have a lot of experience with ads. You got tons of clients, launching ads, getting conversions, signups, downloads, and all that stuff. What are some of the results? Not specifically, but just what is some of the impact that you've seen video have for some of your clients?
It's had a huge impact. Like I said, it's not about the that just making a video. It's about the process that you can build with your videos. I had one client that before I got to him, he was actually he was doing imagery ads, and he was burning a lot of money just kind of running ads with images.
Sure.
And I think he was doing something like 2 leads a week or something like that, and he was spending a huge amount of ad money. And then when I got to him, I broke it down for him. I was like, no, you need to be doing video, and this is how you need to do it and everything. And we went and we put the process together.
Yeah.
And he was doing about 2 leads a week. And then once we put those videos into play and into process, we took him from 2 leads a week to 29 leads in a weekend. So in 3 days. So that was a huge success that we had with video. But then again, it wasn't just me going in there and being like, hey, we just need to put up some random video and run it to a bunch of people. We took a process with it. So we actually made 3 different types of videos that we ran to a different type of audience.
Okay.
And that's how we were able to get people to convert better with these videos. It wasn't just us throwing something up and being like, hey,
So you took the process of niching down and getting really specific with the audience that you were targeting, and then you created content to speak directly to those consumers.
Exactly. And then I followed that up with the thing with video, and why it's so good is because you can actually choose what you want people to see at the time that you want them to see it. And when you can do that the right way, you can build the right perception of what you want people to perceive you as. Anyone can do this. It's not that hard to do it, but it's just how do you do it? And what's the best way to do it.
So this is a great segue into something. And again, for this video marketing podcast, I don't want to just focus on all the nuts and bolts of this is how you set your camera up and this is the setting. I get it. There's tons of video content out there that will teach you how to make videos. But I want to talk about the psychology of it, the impact of it, the high level type of stuff with video marketing.
Of course.
So leading into my next segment is video marketing smoke and mirrors? And is it at the ground level, does it all blow down to manipulation? Is that what marketing is? And because I have contrary opinions on both of these, and I just want to throw this out there. So is marketing manipulative, and is video marketing a sense of putting up smoke screens and mirrors? I mean, we've all seen the people, an Asian, it doesn't matter to be Asian. A guy, I saw an Asian dude on a beach with a bunch of girls around him, and he was talking about, you could be rich like me. But we see all types of those, and he doesn't live like that every day. You know what I'm saying? But it was the smoke screens, and it was getting a certain reaction from certain types of people who wanted something. And so that's where like the whole basis of is marketing manipulation. What are your thoughts on that? Tell me.
I mean, you hear that a lot just because like the industry is changing now, and there's a lot of stuff that kind of is very controversial, I guess you can say. But if you look at the big companies, like when they put videos out there and they market and stuff, when you look deeper into it, you got to take it more than face value, you know? A lot of times it goes deeper than just what they're putting out there. Like I said, these big companies, they put videos out there to get you to come in, to buy into what they do. So if they're going to throw something out there that's going to be controversial and people are going to be like, hey, is this smoke and mirrors and stuff like that? I'm going to be completely honest. It doesn't fucking matter what other people think, you know, when it comes to your videos and stuff. If you can get people talking about you through videos,
like no publicity is bad, or no, all publicity is good publicity.
Exactly,
right?
And that's the thing. It's like, how can I get people to talk about me? Whether it's good or bad, you're gonna have people that like you, and you're gonna have people that hate you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter because you got to have one or the other. There's no middle ground when it comes to that. So the videos that you put out there and things that you put out there when it comes to marketing and all that, if it's not having an impact, whether good or bad, it's just wrong, you know. And
go ahead.
Yeah, if it is wrong, like you said, manipulation can play a role, into a lot of stuff. But it's honestly, like, what do you consider manipulation? You know, that's a big question that we have to ask because people have different perceptions of manipulation.
So here's how I would approach that conversation, right? I believe that video marketing is a double-edged sword, right? It's beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It's how you use that weapon which is going to give you the result. So I feel that there are people out there that have a pipe dream, an affiliate, or like just something that's not real, like a weight loss, a burned, you know what I'm saying, burn 50 pounds in one day pill, you know, like
we've all seen that
again,
stuff.
Yeah. And so I think there's people out there like that who will use the power of video marketing and digital marketing to reach people and sell them things that aren't necessarily the right thing, right? And then I also feel that there's people that will have a good product, have a good service, and know that the name of the game for them reaching the next levels in their business is just getting more attention and getting more eyeballs on their offer and their value proposition. And so it's like, of course, you can use it both ways, right? A gun can be used to protect and a gun could be used to murder. Like, it's how you use this tool that we have. So I get excited and I'm all in on teaming up, right, and finding people that have a legitimate value offer, have a legitimate experience in helping people, and I take those people, I'm looking for those people, and I want to team up with them and blow their stuff up and really communicate that value, because that's like creating a positive impact with video marketing and using, you know, the talents and resources that I've developed over my career in life. So is it manipulative? To answer the question, it can be. And for everybody who's using it to manipulate false expectations and sell false products, shame on you. We need to expose those people. And everybody who's not like that, we need to glorify and really pay attention to those people, because there is real value out there. There are things people are looking for. And digital marketing, social media is a way to connect your product, your service, your offer with people who are looking for what you have. And I think that's super important. And that's the power of video marketing.
Yeah, that is the power of video. It's funny because going back to like being manipulative and stuff like that, I think you can learn something from everyone or every situation. So I don't really believe that like there's any like manipulation in anything. First, you should really understand who the person is that you're watching and understand, you know, what their motive is. And you can discover that, you know, after watching their stuff. And if you feel like it's manipulative, go fucking follow someone else. Go watch some other stuff, you know. We live in a world where I feel like people want to blame other people for what they did or what they took action on.
They don't want to take personal responsibility.
Exactly. And it's like, so
You didn't get conned. You chose to buy into something that you didn't have all the facts and research on. That's
exactly.
Your fault,
and
bro.
That's why I don't fucking believe in manipulation when it comes to marketing and stuff like that, because honestly, I don't believe enough people take responsibility for what they bought into. You know, hey, if fucking someone manipulated you,
there's a whole nother podcast going into that.
yeah, exactly. But if you feel like someone, if you're watching this right now and you feel like someone manipulated you, you need to ask yourself, hey, how can I fucking take responsibility for this
and not let that happen in the future?
Exactly. So that's where everything's going right now. It's not this person manipulated me. It's, hey, I bought into the bullshit that they were selling me.
That's the beauty of, I think, of even technology and where we're at with social media and transparency, and everyone is so connected from brand to consumer, is because, again, if you're making uneducated purchases and decisions in 2019, what is your problem? You are choosing to take that risk, right? Every product, every service, every professional at least has a business Facebook page or a website or testimonials or reviews. And I'm telling you what, if they don't, then don't do business with them. I mean, again, like, why would you take that chance? It's all about making calculated decisions. And I believe that where we are in society with technology, that consumers have more power than ever before to make, to do research, to make educated buying decisions. And then that leads us to making more responsible actions and decisions in our own lives. And I think we're taking a lot of those scams and con artists out of the map, because if you don't have again, and this is why video plays a part, if you don't have on video real clients talking about their experience with your service, product, or whatever, I have a hard time believing that you're legit.
I was actually going to get to that.
Okay.
Just
jump in, whatever.
I was going to get to that. So that's actually some of the strategies that I use within my marketing strategies and everything in my ads is having those things in place, like the testimonials and stuff like that. Because if you can find someone that actually has that in place, and has those assets, then that's someone you can trust more. And once you get to that, it's not really like it's manipulation. You could like really understand the person, understand what the message that they have and how they're trying to get it out there and what their mission is, to you as a consumer, and to you buying their things. It's funny because if you asked me a month ago, like what my mission was, it's completely different from what it is now, and who I want to serve. And honestly, when you're following someone and when you're watching their videos, ask yourself that question. And that's how you can get past manipulation. Ask yourself, hey, who is this person trying to lead? Who are they trying to serve, and what is their purpose? And once you can figure that out and go deeper into that's when you can figure out, hey, is this person trying to manipulate me and just get a quick dollar out of me? Or do they really want to fucking help me and help me, become the best version of me and who I am? Yeah. So like I said, if you asked me a month ago, what my mission was and who I want to serve, that completely changed, because I realized that, before it was the fucking typical answer, like I want to build a empire and all that, typical bullshit. But now it's funny because I realized that my mission now, it's something that a lot of entrepreneurs don't really talk about. And it was me, when I became an entrepreneur. A lot of times when you become an entrepreneur, or even entrepreneurs now, they struggle with a lot of things, like as far as your family not believing in you.
Oh yeah, I dealt with that.
Yeah,
everyone deals with that.
Exactly, everyone deals with that. Or another thing is like a lot of times you can feel lost or feel like you're not gonna know where you're gonna end up. It's kind of like it's like they say, it's like a dog, with his own walking himself, trying to figure out where he's gonna go. But
that is also the cost of entry to this type of lifestyle.
Exactly.
Like, you don't want to go work for somebody at a 9 to 5 and be told what to do. Well, then you're gonna have to break away. Lead yourself down that path, walk down paths and feel like, I really don't know what I'm doing right now. I don't feel it. I was just talking with another business owner, man. He was just like, dude, I don't know what's going on. I feel like not myself. I don't feel motivated. What's going on? And, again, it was just like, in life, everything is in waves, right? Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Like, that's the natural ebb and flow, not in business, but just in life. And so you just got to stay committed to the higher purpose and just keep moving forward. And
you got to stay committed. Yes, you do.
Totally, man.
So let me ask you, Jared, like, who do you serve? Who do you want to serve? Like, who do you want to lead?
I want to lead people who have a product or a service that are at a certain level in their business, right? That they're not at the very beginning. Like, these people have built up a business. They've almost worked. This is a whole nother concept, man. I feel like we're in a generation, too, of, like, people working themselves into a corner. Like, there's these business owners. They're good at something. They start a business. They do just off a referral and small posting or whatever, they get a certain level of success, but they are not allowed to break away from that mundane, everyday demand of them being in their business. If they break away, the whole business falls apart. So my thing is, I want to lead people who are already successful but want to go to the next level, right? And that's by optimizing their sales process. That's about doing video education and creating a whole space where people can learn and understand the process of what they're doing, why they're doing it. So those are the people I want to lead, the business owners and professionals who want to go to the next level, and that takes more strategy and optimization on what's working for them and what's not working for them. You know what I'm saying? And I know you do.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because that's all the expert positioning, and that's where the whole video marketing, the strategy. Like, my whole thing is video strategy. I'm not the dude to just push the red button and make you a video. But if you want to take your business to the next level, well, then we get into all this business development stuff, and we talk about what's working, what's not, all that crazy stuff. So, those are the people I want to lead. Who are the people you want to lead?
So going back to what I said earlier, actually, it turned more into an emotional thing for me now, like, as far as the type of person that I want to lead. Before, I wanted to lead them as a business leader, but now I want to lead them more as a person, so and it's who I was before. Just like I said, a lot of people are lost. Their family doesn't believe in them. They feel like they don't know where the fuck they're going in life when they become an entrepreneur. There's a lot of unanswered questions when people become an entrepreneur. And a lot of times you can feel like a lost soul in all of this. You can feel like your soul is lost. And my mission, my end goal is to lead a stampede of lost souls, to their golden city.
I like that.
That's my mission.
I like that.
It doesn't matter what you're actually
what
doing.
You're going after.
Exactly.
Everybody's going to experience those times of uncertainty and doubt. I mean, again, that's like the curse of the entrepreneur or whatever, it's like, but and again, just to talk about that real quick, again, I am somebody who has followed that path. Like, I did not go to traditional college. I just jumped straight in it and was hustling to hustlers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just out there getting it. And then as you do that, though, and as time goes on, you hit these different stages and evolutions and development, even in your own life and in your own career. And sometimes you can feel uncertain. So I dig all that. Let's move on to something else. I got a interesting question. So with consumers having so much power of research and education on people and things like that, do you think that technology are we going down a dark hole of too much technology, too much research? Everyone's, talking about social media and it's too open. What are your thoughts on exposing yourself too much compared to not at all on how they used to do before there was social media?
I mean, my thoughts on that, going back to taking personal, personal responsibility. Yeah, it goes back to that. The thing is, all these technologies and tools are popping up, and all this stuff is accessible now, and you can start using it, whether it's good or bad. But it's exactly what I said right there. It's like, how do you want to use the damn technology? Are you going to make it benefit you, Or are you going to use it in a fucking toxic way where you're going to be sitting on your damn couch every time you get home, hitting fucking Twitter for some, some bullshit, scrolling down the feed, trying to see what's going on during the day? Or are you going to actually use social media and use technology to get ahead in your life?
Yeah.
I see this all the time where people post, stuff. Oh, I'm going to take a break from social media, or I'm going to,
Nobody cares, bro. Just get off social media.
Yeah, nobody cares. But the thing is too, like, that person was using fucking social media for something that wasn't helping them, Yeah. I see that and I laugh because it's like, I use social media to help me, not to just bullshit around on.
That's the dynamic shift. I see that too, just to jump in. It's like people who usually complain about, I don't want to expose myself. I don't want to, be that transparent. Or if they have issues with it, it's usually because you don't know what your value offer is. Mm-hmm. You are doing something inconsistent, or you're just not unsure. And so, so before you can become successful in business, you got to know who you are. You got to know what you do. You got to know who it serves. Yeah. And I feel that too many people jump into the entrepreneurship or whatever field or industry before they answer those real people questions. Mm-hmm. And then once they get a little success in business, now they're a mess as a person because they don't know who they are. They don't know who they love or who loves them. Yeah. There's all these unanswered questions. And I think, again, too, a trend that we've been seeing in entrepreneurship and other areas just in life, people are becoming more conscious, of those pitfalls and mistakes that our generations before us didn't rise to answer. In the sense of, being conscious of who you are and being a happy person. Mm-hmm. You don't need to be locked away in a cubicle for 8 hours, 12 hours a day. That's an unhappy life. You're going to be, you know what I'm saying? So it's finding personal freedoms, finding personal happiness and joy, and it's different for everybody. I think, those are some foundational things. Before you even get into business, before you even get into marketing, go figure out yourself, Yeah,
exactly.
Go take an ayahuasca trip or something.
Yeah.
Get in touch with Mother Aya.
That's the thing, too, is a lot of people, they haven't really, a lot of people think they have to have it figured out right now. And the thing is, you don't fucking know what you like. A lot of people don't know what they like doing right away.
Sure.
So it's you got to test different things to figure out what you love and who you're going to serve. And that all ties back to social media and technology and everything, and how we use it and all.
I gotta, just what we're saying, just because it's a podcast, it's just conversational, right? So, I've been doing video marketing for 15 years, legitimately, and I still keep going, and I'm still in these phases where I don't know where or what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I know what I'm doing. Obviously, I know in the general direction that I'm going. But you'll always find yourselves, I always find myself in a position of there's a little uncertainty. Mm-hmm. Not in the sense of my capabilities or what I'm doing, but in the sense of, man, there's room to grow. How I'm doing what I'm doing right now is great and it's working, but there's always new levels. And I think that's the constant push for progression, the constant push for evolution, which gives people like me and you that competitive edge, right? Because we're never accepting, hey, I figured out how to make a testimonial video. Now you're Mr. Video Testimonial, but there's new levels and different videos and different platforms, and you're always learning new stuff.
There's
new
levels
I think that's important.
Yeah. There's new levels to every walks of life, and it's funny because this is something that I experienced just recently. It's something I actually went over. It's every time you level up in life, there's gonna be new players.
Sure.
There's gonna be new heroes and there's gonna be new villains.
Yeah.
Every time you level up, there's always going to be someone who's holding your hand or helping you, and there's always going to be someone who's trying to take you down at each level that you're at.
And you have to be secure of who you are, where you're at, where you're trying to go.
Exactly.
And there's always going to be good and bad. You just got to keep pushing forward and just I don't know.
Yeah, you do. No, a lot of times our ego is something that fucks us up along the growth along our success journey. Because your ego can stop a lot of things, a lot of good things that come your way. A lot of times you'd be like, oh, I'm too good for that shit, or oh, I'm that's not who you think you're lowering yourself for certain things and lowering your standards for certain things. You do want to keep your standards high, but a lot of times you got to be able to filter out, hey, am I going to actually get something of value from this, even though I'm maybe taking a step down or putting my ego to the side, or is this shit gonna just kind of just throw me off the path and take me the wrong way, take me to the left? And I've met people where it's funny because their ego is kind of in the way of me helping them, pull them up with me into the journeys that I've taken in the past.
We gotta talk about this on how the ego can help people. And like when I deal with like video marketing clients, it's crazy how many people pay me to make them videos, and we get to the set and insecurity pops up, or fear. Like they don't like how they look, they don't like how they sound, they don't want to do it no more, right? But they've invested, they've paid, and again, there's this thing of like the ego. A lot of people are afraid of it, and they don't want to own who they are and the power that they have. And again, like, who do I want to lead? I want to lead people that are aware of who they are and the power that they have. And let's feed that ego in the sense of, highlighting a business owner, putting him on the video and talking about why you're better than everyone else at what you do. I get excited about that type of stuff because you either believe it or you don't, right? I mean, there's no... All the goodness is on the fringe. It's on the edge. You have to like have a stance. You have to either believe you're the shit or you're not. And if you don't believe that you're it, then that's going to reflect in your efforts and your achievements and your, you know what I'm saying? And I think that just plays a giant role. It's like I'm looking for a kind of egotistical people that like, you know what? I am the man. Let's pay for some video. Let me talk that message. Let me put that out there. And I found that those are the people that are seeing results with video marketing compared to the other people that are paying for a video. They do an okay job. They didn't even prep for it. And they put it on YouTube. It gets 40 views. And they're like, this is a terrible investment. No, bro, you're terrible. Video is great. I think that's a really interesting concept of just... You have to have an aspect of ego and understanding who you are and why it's important for you to step out of your comfort zone, be a little awkward, step in front of camera, have a light right there, see stars for a little bit, and talk your talk. Talk your talk. Speak your mind, man. I mean, because... that's one of the biggest things that I'm excited about for this podcast, the Video Marketing Podcast, is that I've been doing video marketing for 15 years. I've helped tons of business. I've worked with tons of professionals. I got good stories of like seeing results and stuff. But me personally, I've never had the platform besides like Instagram or social media to talk about the psychology and the philosophy of why we do this, why it works, how it connects with the world, and why it's important for those who do want to see success and want to go to the next level in their business or career to, again, use the power of video marketing to save time, increase your status, and make more money. Like, I would like all three of those things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Geez. Speaking of video helps that.
Oh yeah, it does help because like speaking of sales processes of using video marketing, we're sitting here right now making a fucking video podcast now while there's a version of me out there in video building my brand and making me money. And look, we're sitting here right now and I'm not...
You just duplicated
It duplicates
yourself,
and it's scalable. And going back to what you said, I remember at the beginning you mentioned something about people using... I guess like referral-based marketing and doing that, that's not a scalable. It's not a scalable business model.
So many industries though are built off of that model.
Yeah, and it's like eventually you're gonna run out of people in your network to really tell about your business, and it's like, well, what do you do next? Video.
It's crazy to see people in that position of like they've been in a referral-based business or industry for like the past decade, and literally they talk to me and they're like, okay, I need to figure out how to like revitalize my referral campaign. It's like, bro, you've exhausted your referrals for the past decade. And you were actually good at it, right? You know, this is something that I tell people is like, you could have a brick and mortar business that has been successful for the past 20 years. As of today, you are losing stock because there's a young person who's making videos every day on social media, on the world's second largest search engine, YouTube, and they are reaching people who are interested in asking questions about what they're talking about. And you could be at all those networking events with all the same people that you see, getting the same referrals that get calls by 3 different people of the same, you know what I'm saying? Same thing. It blows my mind. But again, I mean, it shows the culture shift, right? It's like, there's a whole generation that are built off of that was winning, and now there's a whole new generation. So if you had a successful business over the past 20 years, you're losing market share as of today to the new generation that has half the experience as you, that knows the industry half as good as you, yet they're reaching 10 times as more people, talking the basic talk, and just off of that ratio of numbers, they're going to start getting and eating away at your business. Every old person everywhere.
Yeah, another thing too, going back to like having a referral based business and having a business that has a lot of video in place is status. You know, who are they going to see more of a trusted brand? Someone who's just building off of a referral network, you know, locally, and just like, hey, send me who you know, or a person who has dope video
influence.
Yeah, who has influence, who has dope video set in play, who's automating that.
They position themselves as a thought leader,
exactly,
an expert in their industry.
You know, who do you think is going to get the business? Someone who has, you know, just a couple referrals, or someone who has these awesome videos that they're automating in play?
Hey, don't forget about their cool marketing flyer or their handout.
Oh yeah, right.
Don't underestimate the power of the handout.
Their flyer, they're handing out all their business cards.
But as a disclaimer too, and I know we're both on the same page, I am a person that believes in life of like the yin and the yang. There has to be balance, right? So I'm not saying video marketing only. I think video marketing is the one thing everybody should put focus on and should start practicing, because it is the newest, most effective tool out there for marketing your business or career. But again, like I was saying, it is about being well-rounded. You need a little bit of everything.
You do.
So I just want to throw that disclaimer out there, and people are like, you know, I'm anti flyers.
It's
whatever. Yeah. But yeah, you need a video.
No, guerrilla marketing is good, but yeah, you still need it. The only thing that's inevitable is change. You know, things are changing. You have to keep up with the times. If not, you're gonna simply go out of business.
Fade away.
Yeah, you're gonna fade away. You're gonna die. Look
see
at
that movie, The Avengers. Like snap.
It's gonna snap, and then and there goes Toys R Us. You know, snap, and then Toys R Us disappears. And then you got these other companies that are throwing dope videos out there. These newcomers. Think of one right. Let me think of one right now. Can you think of a big company right now that's blowing up that has good video in play?
Lowe's is one. Lowe's Improvement Shop, they have a lot of video marketing. Taco Bell has been really going hard.
Oh, yeah.
KFC has been going hard. Who else? Oh, man, I had a whole list that we were talking about earlier before this. But they're out there, right? Yeah. They're out there. And it works. We're not the only people talking about video marketing. We're not the only people using it. That's my thing, is like, knowledge can be power. And I think there's a lot of people out there who don't have access to the information or case studies of other people using video in their business and seeing real results. You know, I mean, again, like I said, I'm not the guy to just push the red button and, you know, okay, my job is done. No, it's like everything I do is geared or connected to seeing some type of ROI or tangible result based off of our efforts.
Yeah, exactly. And like you mentioned to me earlier, you talked to some guy and he was like, he said that he spent he spent like $40,000 in video ads, and his
relevance his
relevancy score was 4, but
they were bragging how good they are at digital marketing. And again, just because something works, great. but that's not very optimized.
It's not optimized. And another thing too is like if he did have success with that video marketing campaign, he wouldn't have even fucking mentioned his relevancy score. He would have mentioned, his return of ad investment. I don't give a shit about your relevancy score. If you spent $40,000 on video ads, I wouldn't know what's your
$250,000 return.
Exactly.
On that
how much
investment.
Money did you make back off of those video ads? Not your freaking relevancy score. No one gives no one gives a crap about that.
It's funny people talk about things because they can't talk about other things.
Exactly. It's like
pay attention to what people are saying.
Yeah, this is another thing too. You got to be careful with this. It's like mushrooms. They they keep you in the dark and feed you shit.
Oh,
that's how a mushroom grows. No. Yeah, it's like mushrooms. How do mushrooms grow? They stay in the dark and they fucking eat shit. And that's what a lot of people do to their audience.
Dang.
They keep you in the dark.
Those mushroom marketers.
Those mushroom marketers, yes. They keep you in the dark and they feed you shit.
Everybody beware.
I'm going to coin that, a mushroom marketer. Yeah.
I love it.
So that's a
whack-ass mushroom marketer.
A mushroom marketer is, by definition, someone who keeps you in the dark and feeds you shit. That's what it is.
Dang,
I'm going to coin that.
Dude. Honestly, like, I always get hit up through social media or whatever, my website, and people are telling me the stories of, we just spent $20,000 on this agency locally and blah, they didn't get they didn't get what they wanted out of it. I worked at a place a long time ago when I was like 18 years old, and it was a guy who invented a product. It was all cool, but he paid $150,000 to a local production company or agency to produce a couple short form infomercial type videos. $150,000. But again, to see the outcome, the videos looked outdated. They were not hip. They did not give that man or that company what they needed to succeed. Mm-hmm. And again, that was a mushroom marketer. They gave him a cookie cutter response in an old traditional format, and they got that money. But I mean, again, what is the purpose to take people's money if you're not going to deliver what you know that they need?
Yeah, deliver
They
on your
don't
results.
know, even if they don't know what they need. You are the professional. And that's why I take pride in what I do is I'm not giving you something that you may or may not need. Mm-hmm. I'm so hip to the game of business and sales that I know what you need. There's no question. You come to me, I'm going to give you what you need to win. And other people are just out there giving what they think they need and what they heard. Or even if they don't know, they're just going to give them what everybody else is getting.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth? I mean, everybody else is... And that's how many copycats there are. People don't realize the problem with copycatting is you may be copycatting the wrong stuff and keep dishing out wrong applications to people, and they're not seeing the results, and you're hurting the whole industry of digital marketing and digital marketers.
And speaking of, what you said about people not knowing and copycatting stuff, a lot of people, they don't know what they don't know. So if you come and show them something that they haven't even heard about or don't have any experience in yet, they're going to think you're
crazy.
One or the other. They're going to think you're crazy, or they're going to think you're amazing. And you can honestly, you can be shitty at what you do. And that's going to
tell them a new concept, though. You bring in technology to the ancients.
Yeah, exactly. You can, a lot of times, you can honestly take someone down the wrong path if you're not developed in what you're doing.
Yes.
And that's a huge issue that pops up a lot now, is people going down the wrong path and copycatting the wrong people, and trying to fit into what they see that's not them. Mm-hmm. Just like I said at the beginning, work on becoming the best version of yourself on video. Don't try to copy someone else and what they do, because it's going to be obvious that you're not being who you are. That's why I don't wear suits, and I don't try to not cuss, and because I'll look fucking fake if I do that.
Yeah.
So become the best version of yourself on video. Be who you are. That's going to be hard to do too, because I remember the first time I got on camera, Yo, it's harder. It's harder.
It's not easy.
That shit is harder than you think it is. It's funny because I've talked to plenty of people before, and I've done like speaking to groups and things like that. But as soon as you're talking to a lens,
or the lights come on,
things change. Yeah, like a possum. Like a
Who
possum.
am I? What do I do with my hands?
A possum. That's what happens. You turn into a possum and play dead all of a sudden. You go blank real quick. But that's something you learn with experience when it comes to video and stuff like that. You'll learn how to be in front of a camera. So if you do, take on video, which you should. You need to take on video if you want to succeed, in 2019 and moving forward.
Yeah.
Don't feel discouraged if you get in front of a camera for the first time and you start.
Practice makes perfect.
Exactly, and you start screwing up. Everyone does it. Everyone screws up when they first get on camera. So don't be afraid to take that jump and start getting yourself on video and stuff like that. And a lot of times, I feel like people try too hard to try to create content. You don't need to create content. You need to document stuff because
the Gary Vee thing. Don't create, document.
Exactly, because the truth is, people they connect with you as a person and your day to day.
Yes.
So the thing with video and the thing with telephones and social media and stuff like telephones, fucking 1990s cell phones and stuff like that is
called mobile devices.
Mobile devices, right? The big brick Razor flip phones.
Hand me my telephone.
hand me my landline. Yeah. But the thing about it now is it's easy. It's easy to turn yourself into like your own reality show.
Yeah.
You just need to document stuff and put it out there now, because now when people go to social media, and this comes on the side of, I believe with social media and stuff like that and video, it's either one or two. And it's funny because people would ask this all the time, like, how do you build your brand? They make it so complicated. And the truth is, what you have to start doing is stop watching fucking people on social media and stop watching videos and make people watch you.
That's right.
Start fucking documenting. If you catch yourself watching a lot of videos and you're like, fuck, I need to build my brand.
But then they say, okay, well, what do I do on video? Well, first of all, that comes down to knowing who you are and what you do.
Exactly.
Just do what you do. Like, you're already living the life as blank. Real estate professional, sales associate, whatever. You don't have to get creative. Document yourself going to meetings. Document yourself having calls and whatever and meeting, all that stuff. Just document what you do on the day-to-day and start to build that narrative. Like you said, people don't relate to brands and logos. They relate to human beings. And I think that's the biggest shift in marketing and in a whole, or as in general today, is that we don't want to be sold anything. I mean, the second somebody's like, da-da-da-da-da, like a little upsell and a little slick pitch, I'm like, God, I don't want none of the shit you're offering, because I know you're selling me something. And again, I think people are looking for authentic experiences when they're purchasing products. Do they truly need it? Do they feel that they need this at that current moment? Well, if they do, well, guess what? With technology, we can serve you up with an ad for different products that will fill that need. And that there is the dynamic that business owners and marketers and professionals are trying to get in and, be involved with. And I think the power of video marketing is, video is the most relatable kind of content out there right now. So if you want to grow your business, take it to the next level, video is one of the best ways to do that. Search engines love video. People love video. It's the number one consumed type of content right now. So what's the takeaway? Start using video. Practice. I teach these classes for marketing and stuff like that to professionals. And one of these things I came up with was how to be a rock star on video. And one of the hacks that I have is the 1 minute video challenge. And I tell everybody this, I did it myself, and it has tremendously helped me. Just before we close up, just to give this little hack to anyone looking, every day, wake up, get ready, and as soon as you pull up into the parking lot to work, or whenever you have like a 1 minute period of time, pull out your cell phone, record yourself talking about your day, your goals, what you're trying to do, and your overall mission. If you can start doing that for a week or 2 weeks, After that 2 weeks, your brain will have developed pathways, and anytime a camera comes on, I guarantee you're going to have 1 minute of stuff to say, and you're going to say it good. You know what I'm saying? Because you practiced it 15, 20 times. Then you move up to the 5-minute video challenge. So yeah, that's just one practical sense of advice given anyone who wants to start video marketing and start practicing video. Is there any parting words you want to leave to the audience?
I mean, the thing is, going back to what you said, the brain it's a muscle.
Yeah.
You gotta train it. You gotta make it repeat things. And once you start doing that, things become easier.
Sure.
A lot of times, when you're doing video, you're going to want to hop on camera right away because you're going to think, oh, shit, I can do this, get in front of this damn camera. And like we said earlier,
you just freeze.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't know what you're saying. But yeah, just practice. Use your brain as like a muscle. Repeat things. Do it in front of a mirror.
Yeah.
Get your camera out. You don't have to necessarily practice with a expensive camera,
production crew.
Expensive camera in your face. You can simply set up your iPhone before you go to a video shoot, or before you go and meet someone that you've paid for video, and practice a couple times. Say what you were gonna say, do what you were gonna do it throughout the week.
Yeah.
And by the time the time comes that you are gonna get in front of that camera, and you are gonna go to what you invested in to build your brand, you're ready.
It's not your first rodeo.
Yeah, you're rocking. You're ready to go.
Yep.
You're ready to go.
Well, dude, thank you for coming out. I think that we had a great conversation. This is going to be one of many, right? We're here at the ATX Podcast Studio in Austin, Texas. You are watching the Video Marketing Podcast. And again, thank you, Lux, for coming out. I value what you do. I think you're amazing at, your ad performance and your whole strategy and philosophy on the expert entourage and how to position yourself as an expert in your niche industry.
Of course.
And again, it all comes back to that. Positioning yourself, taking responsibility for who you are, the value you provide, and your responsibility for connecting with the right people looking for what you have. That right there is the name of the game, and that's how you win in this day and age, or in the digital age of marketing. So
I want to give one more simple tip that you can use when you're making your videos. So there's 3 things that people ask before they ask themselves subconsciously in the back of their mind before they buy something or before they buy into you or buy your product or service.
Okay.
And 1, it's, am I going to get what I want?
Yeah.
2, how much is it going to cost? What's the price? 3, how long is it going to take? A lot of times you can pre-frame the sale with videos, You can answer those questions up front before they even come in and talk to you or buy your product or service. And when you can answer those questions with video, it's going to make the turnover rate a lot higher. It's going to make your conversion rate a lot higher.
I love it.
That's something that I teach, my students in the Expert Entourage, and also something that I teach, that I do with my ads is answering and
the questions before they even have to answer it.
You can pre-frame objections with video. That's one of the strong things that you can do with video. That's why I love using video for my clients and for myself. You can pre-frame everything that you're doing, and that's actually a big expert thing that you can do is pre-frame any situation that you go in. So you can know, the outcome. Because a lot of time the sale happens before you even get into the product or service. A lot of times,
learn how to sell with video in the next episode of the Video Marketing Podcast with Landen.
Yeah. Before I take it too deep.
Awesome, man. No, that's awesome. Yeah. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Thank you.